to Jose. Swung on, hit high, hit deep to right, away back into the second deck. Jose Ramirez. Oh my goodness.
Good teams win, but great teams cover.
Travis Kelsey touchdown. We're so due.
Getting that, Vic. Everybody like.
Welcome back to Hold My Breath podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Park. Here with me, as always, the one, the only DTF. And today we got Mr. 100% Picks, Mr. Cord. The lad, we don't know where he's at right now. We're assuming he had a pretty bad day.
Is he
So
chasing or is he tailing? No one knows.
yeah,
Please, if you see him, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We need to
no
find
one
him.
knows.
He might be chasing too.
You might find him on the corner of High Street tonight, but just bring him home.
He might be on a one-way red eye to Las Vegas, Nevada to wake everything back before Tuesday morning.
Instead of asking for his name, just ask for his Caesars.
Rewards number.
Yeah. Uh, all right. We got week 5 wrapping up here with Sunday Night Football. It's about halftime, or about to be halftime, and it's kind of looking like a stinker right now.
Real barn burner. Kill
Yeah.
all piece.
Yeah. 3-3 at halftime as of right now. But let's go ahead and start off with or actually, Dylan, do we want to go over, because we're already all done for the week, aren't we? Or is there
No,
anyone still in it? Kansas
just me.
City.
Well, actually, me and the lad. The lad has the Patriots to cover. I think it was 8.5 or 9.5,
Yeah.
and I'm still sitting on Chiefs money line for tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll save that for the preview then.
Yes.
So we will go ahead and hop right into Thursday Night Football. We had an overtime game that we all thought was going to be a tie. We thought the lad was finally going to witness his first tie of the season.
He was super excited.
Yeah, especially since it was his Rams too.
Mm-hmm.
But we had
Put up
Corg's
my
49ers.
49ers.
We had Corg's 49ers beating the LA Rams with Mac Jones 26-23. This game, I honestly really enjoyed this game for Thursday Night Football.
Oh, it was a great matchup.
Yeah, great matchup, great divisional matchup nonetheless too. Um, it was just cool seeing San Francisco and Mac Jones. I mean, Mac Jones looked awesome this
Big
game.
difference. But he also looked like he was about to die in that field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yet he was still able to play that good. That's what I was impressed with. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he looked awesome out there, but even though it was blatant that he was in pain,
He
uh,
he
and
played
then
through it and they got the dub.
yeah, I mean, they pulled Kendrick Bourne off the street, and he looked like goddamn Randy Moss out there.
Yeah.
10 receptions, 142 yards. I was surprised he didn't get in the end zone, but damn, he was all over the
He
place.
balled out, yeah.
Yeah, McCaffrey might as well become wide receiver one there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm actually starting to wonder if he has more receiving yards than rushing yards on the season. Because I feel like almost every game this year he's had more receiving than rushing.
I'm looking at that right now.
I might be wrong on that, but I feel like whenever I've noticed it, it's always been more receiving yards than rushing yards.
Let's look at the stats for the San Fran
Because he's
49.
up, I know he's up there on receiving.
Yeah. He leads the team in rushing with 282 and receiving yards 387.
Yeah, pretty big difference there.
Huge difference, yeah, but still. And then Mac Jones, obviously, since Brock's been out, is almost at 1,000 passing yards. He's only played 3 games, 86 of 129, 67%, 6 TDs, 1 interception. That's pretty good
Yeah,
rate.
that's pretty
That's
solid.
that's 99% rating there. He has gotten sacked 5 times though, so he was definitely hurt in this last game.
Yeah. I do know he was dealing with some sort of PCO
Hmm.
injury, but overall, this game was awesome. I know my prop of the week hit in this one. I ended up taking 9 plus receptions from Puka Nacua, which is pretty cool. However, I did not realize, I knew he was leading the league in receptions. So right now he is at, let me pull this up completely. He's at 52 receptions. Who do you think has the next highest amount of receptions in the NFL right now?
There's probably a huge drop off. I'm gonna say the next closest guy is in his 30s.
Who do you think it is?
Fuck.
Is it?
JJ?
No.
Well, I was gonna say it's got to be somebody from either the Giants, the Colts, or possibly JSN.
So JSN is second in yards, which there's a huge gap between that as well.
Mbuka?
Nope. We were just talking about him.
Yeah.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
That's crazy to even think
Puka
about.
Puka Nacua, 52 receptions, second place for overall receptions this year. Christian McCaffrey with 39.
So, so about a 20% or 20 difference.
Yeah,
Both in
and
the
then
same
he's got
division.
about 100 and I want to say 186 yards on second place, which is JSN
Wow.
for receiving yards on the season.
So those are your top three,
Yep, and
all in
then
the same division.
both him and number four is Devontae Adams.
Oh shit. So you have four guys leading the NFL and they're all in the same division. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, and then it goes Quentin Johnson, and then Ricky Pearsall right behind him. So I mean,
That's crazy.
you have five of the top six in your division.
And two guys are on two teams respectively.
Yeah,
That's even crazier.
yeah, yeah. NFC West is we picked the right division.
We picked a great conference, even
Yeah,
though the state's gonna probably come home with me,
yeah.
I
We
don't
got
eat
plenty
light,
of season.
boys.
We
But a
got plenty of
32-ounce
season.
tomahawk is gonna be real good.
Whoever had New England first half money lines, 6-3 at halftime.
Yeah, sitting pretty.
Jeez. Going back to this Rams game, we had talked about how we were going to tail my success of the Hold My Survivor League, and
Yeah,
that quickly ended on night one of week 5.
went down crashing in flames. There was a lot of talk of tie, tie, tie. We wanted the Survivor to win the league. I wanted my San Francisco 49ers to win. So it's like, how many bets am I putting on one fucking game?
Oh,
Well, I just was at the point where I was like, well, shit, what happens if we tie? Do I
Yeah,
get another week? Like, is it considered like a push?
yeah.
I've never done a Survivor League before, so I wasn't sure what we
Mhm.
would do.
yeah. I was wondering if we ever got any clarification on what we would do with that. If that's just considered a push and you just pick another game, or
I would say, to be fair, now that it's over and we are looking to next year, if you guys like that idea, I do too.
I do too. Yeah.
yeah, you just got to pick a new game.
Hmm.
Yep.
I mean, the chances of that happening are beyond
Slim to
slim,
none.
but I mean, yeah, I just never imagined that happening, really, even though we root for it all the time.
Hmm.
But all right, let's go ahead and get into the Sunday games. Starting off with this morning, where we had our Cleveland Browns falling to the Minnesota Vikings, 21-17.
Okay, Brandon Park stepped away for a second. We move into the game across the pond. Early this morning, we have the Browns taking on the Vikings. Dylan Gabriel's first start as a Cleveland Brown, a rookie quarterback in the making. Browns do fall short as they led almost the entire game. Vikings came out on top. JJ was on fire. The lad is happy. Corg, what did you think of Dylan Gabriel's first performance starting in the NFL?
Lackluster. I think he did the best that he could, but play calling, offensive line, he had no offense or no wide receiver help. It was just Judkins and Njoku the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like aside from the play calling, they did try to get Isaiah Bond involved. They tried
A
to
little
get
bit, yeah.
Judy involved, but Judy can't catch a fucking
Cold. Nope.
he can't catch anything. Um, just really disappointed with what has become of Jerry Judy. Um,
His fall from grace is apparent, and they need to move on from that failed
yeah.
recruitment
Well,
ASAP.
I tweeted it out today, just in time for Carnell Tate to come to the draft.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the text thread. And
The lad loves how much I love my wide receivers from
wide
Ohio
receivers,
State.
yes. And I know you mentioned something in the text thread about the London Browns, but it's actually the Minnesota Viking London Browns because they're 5-0 now in London.
That's crazy. They're like the new
They are
Jags.
London's team, yes.
Yeah, the new Jags.
The new Jags. Carson Wentz cooked. Mason did a great job. 52 yards, 13 carries, 1 TD. JJ went off.
Yeah.
The only saving grace I saw was, like I said, Junkins. I'm surprised he didn't get in the end zone. I had him anytime touchdown, just didn't get there. Gabriel did okay, but, we just need to figure it out. It's a little too late. The penalties killed us again. And it was crazy. Kevin Stefanski, smartest guy in the room. We were 3 for 3 on fourth downs, and we
Yeah.
were 2 for 3 in the red zone. We held the possession. We didn't get the win because of clock management, time, play calling, time management, 2-minute drill, and I knew as soon as the last down that they had, I go, we're gonna lose this goddamn game. But it was laughable at that point, and then boom,
Yep.
Addison
Honestly, though, I was
scores.
really hoping we were going to go to overtime.
I was hoping in overtime. Yep. But then I was like, oh wait, there's Jordan Addison. Oh wait, there's. I was like, they're gonna score. Like they were just moving it down the field so much. They weren't playing for the overtime. They were playing for the win.
Correct.
But we go back to the drawing board. It's going to be a crazy week. We have the Steelers coming up, so we'll see what happens. But I think the Cleveland Browns will be possibly 1-5 next time we talk, which is not surprising, but it's crazy to think the only team we've beaten is the Green Bay Packers, and it's like we shouldn't even have won that game. So we should be looking at an 0-5 start.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they move on to Pittsburgh next week in Pittsburgh. Never easy to do.
Never easy to do. Aaron Rodgers is clicking on all cylinders. They've they beat the Vikings. So it's like, hey,
Yep. Yeah, but that is the London game. Moving into the 1 o'clock slate. A lot of I don't know how you felt about the 1 o'clock slate today, but I felt like there's a lot of stinkers.
it was a lot of lopsided games.
Yeah.
The Colts Raiders was totally lopsided. The Cowboys Jets was totally lopsided until the end there. The second half was way better. Your best bang for your buck was the Dolphins, Panthers, Broncos, Eagles, and then the Giants and
Mhm.
Saints kind of made a game out of it because the Saints they came out of nowhere. They were like a well-oiled machine. They were scoring on almost every possession, and the Giants had no way to stop them, which was crazy to think about. They were an 0-4 team. So don't care what game you want to start with, but we can go through them all. They were kind of stinkers, but I watched all of them. The Eagles one was the biggest, probably upset.
Yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and just get started with the Eagles. So Philadelphia hosts the Denver Broncos, and welcome back, Brandon Park. Broncos started off slow, and then they were quick to get hot towards the end of the game.
Hmm.
Bo Nix finally looked like Bo Nix again, 24-39, 242 with one passing touchdown, and Dobbins got a rushing touchdown.
Another Buckeye touchdown. There was a
Yep,
lot of them today.
a lot of Buckeyes today. Eagles fall short in their first loss. I wish it was last week against the Bucks. Buccaneers
Mm,
stayed in every game. We'll get into that. But Broncos take away the Eagles, and we are down to one final undefeated team for the moment.
yes.
Brandon, any thoughts on the Broncos beating the Eagles?
That was just overall a really crazy game. Because it seemed like the whole game the Eagles were just gonna walk away with it, and I kept, it was on the top right of my quad screen
Hmm.
today, and I'm like, man, they're, not really moving the score at all. And then I just saw a bonanza the fourth quarter from the Broncos. They just
Yeah,
went
they scored
crazy.
18 points.
Yeah, unanswered.
Unanswered.
And I mean, Eagles offense looked like crap today. I mean, you had AJ Brown literally smacking a ball that was supposed to be to Devontae Smith, and Devontae Smith probably could have caught it.
Best defensive play.
Yeah. It's just overall a mess. I have no clue what's going on with Saquon as well. I mean, he's of course probably I don't know. Um, I mean, he's just been a factor, but not the Saquon we got last year. He's not even remotely close to the Saquon Barkley we had last year.
No, same with Derrick Henry as we'll move into that Ravens game. It just seems like that's all off.
Yeah, I don't think the Eagles are as good as their record shows. I think they're still
hmm
great, but I don't know. I think that
I'm
they're
I'm
gonna have a
surprised
lot of trouble later on in the year.
I'm just surprised they fumbled it so much. They were at halftime up by a touchdown, 10-3. Then they come right out of the gate out of halftime. They score a touchdown. And out of the five possessions they had in the second half, that was the last time they scored. They punted on every other possession.
Right.
So you're not gonna. There's no way you're gonna win the game. Obviously, points are points, and when you have the touchdown right out of the gate, you're up 17-3. You're in the driver's seat. Put your foot on the gas. And they never did that. And then boom, as soon as the fourth quarter started, 10 plays, 4.5 minutes for the Broncos, then two drives in a row they score. It's like, hey, then they're up by one. And it's like, okay, this is your game to win, Jared. It hurts. And it's like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I will say, this Broncos defense is
Oh,
amazing.
it's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. I would go as far as saying the best defense in the NFL. Um, I don't know how these messages are going through. Um, I
Breaking
think
news: the
the
lad checked in
lad,
with
so
us.
the lad is on his couch, so we know he's home at least.
He passed out.
But yeah, he might be a little drunk. So
Yeah, the Browns won the Deshaun trade. That's, that is one of the texts I can share with the viewers, but the other one I cannot, because DTF would not be happy with that.
yeah, DTF can go look at it if he wants.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right, on to the next one.
What the hell?
I told you you'd get a kick out of it.
I got no kick from that. It was just
all
plain
right,
rude.
Dylan. I was gonna say you were doing the order, so I'll let you go ahead and continue.
Yeah, so we move on from the Broncos taking down the Eagles in their undefeated run. We'll move into the Houston Texans blowing away the beaten up Ravens. CJ Stroud, our former fellow Buckeye, looked like a stud again. But again, this is against the banged up Ravens.
But still, four touchdown passes, pretty
Yep,
impressive.
four touchdown passes, looked near perfect. Got Nick Chubb in the end zone again. Um, Texans keep rolling in this game. I mean, Ravens had no life. It was just the one Derrick Henry touchdown, which he has been underwhelming as well this season with Saquon.
But hey,
Uh,
he at least got more than 10 carries.
but
But for how many
less than
yards?
50 yards and a tutty, yeah.
Yeah,
Which you take the under on that man from here on out.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was just an abysmal game. I turned it off. I
yeah. Cooper
was like,
Rush.
I was like, Cooper, it's like, wave the white flag. My wife
Yeah,
even said, wasn't that guy on the Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Like,
Cowboys. Yeah,
yeah. Like, oh, yeah, he was.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
not
I
really
mean,
good game, but who would have thought the Baltimore Ravens would be 1-4 after week 5?
yeah,
Not
Nobody.
me, but
not me.
I'd still be willing to bet they make the playoffs somehow.
Yeah, the Browns are gonna bungle it up so badly. The Bengals, they're still in it at 2-3. We'll talk about that game. It was a comeback almost, but the Browns are totally out of it. The Steelers could be a little frisky, but yeah, they'll find a way, which is disgusting.
Yeah. This was a great get right game though for Houston. I think
hmm
this
Back on
built
track
up a
game.
lot of confidence for them at least. because I mean, they were starting to get in dangerous territory themselves. They going into this game 1-3, risking going 1-4, even though I think we all knew that they were gonna probably win this game. I don't think we were thinking by 34 points, but um, definitely a get right game. CJ Stroud, like we said, looked great. Started getting some chemistry with Christian Kirk, and then getting the rookie Jaden Higgins involved today too as well. Um, but yeah. Other than that, that's all I really have about the game. Other than
Yep.
Ravens are fucked if they can't win one of these games coming up. Because going down 1-5, I mean,
That's a
they
that's
have an
tough sledding.
uphill battle, especially with how good some of these other teams in the AFC in general are. So they're gonna. I don't think the division is theirs whatsoever. I think Pittsburgh, as of right now, is pretty comfortable in the driver's seat, unfortunately. And I mean, it's just sad to think that the Bengals are technically second in our division still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
That
crazy.
makes no sense to me, but
Yeah.
they just had a good start before Joe went down. So,
yeah.
stinker of the day, which ruined my 7 leg parlay. I had all other legs hit. The New Orleans Saints host the
Oh,
New York Giants here. Some people are wondering if the Giants threw this game because it just didn't make sense with how many flipping turnovers they had and very opportune.
I need new gloves.
Well, and how great they started. They started the game looking great.
And
Yeah.
wasn't it 14-0?
Uh,
No, it
it
was
was 7-3, and then it was 14-3, and then it was 14-13, and
Yeah,
just
well, I saw all the unanswered points. That was just gross.
oh, it was an onslaught.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
very
mean
rough game.
the offense looked completely
Giants
different.
didn't score the whole second half.
No. Nope. Jackson Dart definitely looked like a rookie in this game. Scatterbo didn't get much going. Props to Rattler though, and Taysom Hill came in the fourth quarter and got a
Mhm.
little pass in to keep the game going. Alvin Kamara been very underwhelming this season. Also, it's like the three-headed monster of Henry, Saquon, and Kamara this year have done shit, except for that one game with Henry. And
Mhm.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
Shaheed
week
had a
one.
great
Pretty much
game.
after week one, done.
yeah.
Olave had great. He had 7 catches, 60 yards, no tutties, but
hmm
they got the job done. They're
Yep. Saints go marching to get their first win of the year, and they also finally had their first minute of leading a game this season. They have not led anybody up until this point today. Pretty impressive and sad.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next game I'd like to talk about here, the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. That was my nap of the day because the Cowboys went up super, super heavy. I mean, that was a doozy from the start, but when you go up and it's 30-3 in the third
yeah.
quarter, I turned it off and I couldn't believe it was 37-22 by the end of the game. Uh,
Garbage time.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was already
Another
37 to what did they have before? I'm trying to remember.
another four
37.
touchdown,
Yeah, it was 37 to 6 or something.
37-6, yeah. And
Yeah.
they scored 16 on the board on the fourth quarter.
another four passing touchdown day for a Texas quarterback. Javante Williams also just destroyed the running field with 135 rushing yards and a touchdown. George Pickens still showing he's him, but he wasn't even the lead receiver today. It was Ryan Flournoy. Have you guys heard much about this wide receiver of theirs?
Nope. I just saw that he got 6 catches. He's from Southeast Missouri.
Yeah,
A 6 rounder.
Yeah,
yeah,
He
guy
balled
comes
out.
out of the woodwork.
I watched some of the highlights. He had good ball handling and yards after the catch.
Yeah,
So
they kept talking about him a lot last week in their game and then this week as well.
his targets and receptions have gone up since the start of the year. Obviously, they weren't using him early on, but they've been using him more and more. So
Yeah. One thing I do want to mention about this game, though, Justin Fields did not necessarily play bad, minus getting sacked 5 times.
Yeah, that offensive line sucks.
They're all banged up.
Hmm.
But I don't know. 0-5. I know they just hired Aaron Glenn, but something's not right with this team still, and it's obvious. I mean, just Justin Fields, if you look at his numbers, I mean, he's not playing bad. They just can't win football games.
Hmm.
I also think this is the most overrated defense ever because people always glorify how good their defense is, and in all reality, they have two good players.
Hmm.
And one of them's getting starting to get old, and the other one, he only covers one side of the field.
Yeah, that
But
that whole conference though, Miami's 1-4. We'll talk about that game, but it's like, hey, the race to the bottom at that.
oh, that game made me mad.
Yeah, but just looking at the points for and points against that touted defense, like you were talking about, B Park, they're getting
Hmm.
up 157 points.
Right.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Does not
They've only
happen.
scored 112.
Hey, at least they can score more than 17 points in a game, though.
This is true. They can do that in a quarter sometimes. Browns
Yeah.
cannot. That yes.
Have not made it past 17 points in one game yet this year.
Yeah, we should
I
be.
just saw a crazy stat today. I couldn't believe my eyes that the Browns have not scored more than 20 points since 2023.
Is that true? God, I'd be playing the under
Really?
every week.
They said Kevin's offense hasn't scored more than 20 points. Kevin's offense. So the Browns may have scored more than 20 points.
But the offense, got
Yeah.
it.
Fair.
Yeah. Since
Okay.
2023. So that's
Yeah, we were pretty
uh,
awful last year. So yeah, I believe it.
a lot of defense and special teams.
Yeah, we're dismal right now. We're 1-4 for the Browns, going back to the Browns, unfortunately. Points for 73 points against 123, which isn't too bad, but still, you're not going to win many games It's- with that average.
No, no. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to our next game. What's the next game on the slate?
We've got the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Raiders with a cakewalk, 40-6. Colts keep on marching as well. Daniel Jones proving he's the man in Indy. He is Indiana Jones. Jonathan Taylor reviving his career week after week, looking like a dog. He had 3 touchdowns today. Anthony Richardson did get in for a couple plays. Michael Warren or Tyler Warren still proving he's the man. Brock
Hmm.
Bowers 2.0 with another touchdown. But Colts, man, they are a tough team to beat in the AFC.
They're firing on all cylinders. They're 3 and home. They've played 5 games. They're 3-0 at home. So
Hmm.
Lucas Oil is a hard place to play. Raiders were my wild card team, and I don't think they're going to be getting there. 1-4 start, 1-2 away. Geno Smith throwing more picks than touchdowns. Not going to
Yeah,
be very
leading the league in
good.
interceptions right now with
Yeah,
nine.
I think I said on the preview show over one touch interception for Geno Smith because it's going to cash. He threw
Yeah,
two.
yeah, through two of them.
At 18.9 QBR rating. Gotta love that. He was sacked 4 times too, so there's not really much to talk about their offense. Genty, 14 carries, 67 yards.
He
Broke
didn't
one.
look horrible, but I
He
mean,
didn't, no.
pretty early in the game, I mean, they were already losing bad and they couldn't really run the ball. They didn't really
No.
have the time to run the ball to stay in the game. I mean,
And shoot, I think they just laid down and died because it was 20-3 at half. And then the Colts put up another 20 in the third quarter, and it's like, you don't really have to do anything after that. You know they're not going to score on you offensively.
right.
Bills get in the end zone.
Who scored it?
Cook, Kincaid.
Curtis Samuel, 6 yard pass from Josh Allen.
Oh,
Another
wow.
Buckeye. It is the day of the
Buckeyes, that's
Buckeyes.
another Buckeye. I think if you counted up, there was 5 or 6 Buckeyes with the touchdown today.
I don't want to ever hear anybody have any slander towards Ohio State's wide receiver room ever again. Ohio State produces the best wide receivers in the game.
I agree. I'm repping the Bucks.
Well, the lad was,
I like to agree. I still think
The
LSU
lad was talking
there,
slander.
but
but let's aside from let's just say let's go down the list real quick of the top three of each school. Okay, so we've got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Brian Thomas Jr. Is that fair to say for LSU?
Malik
Yep.
Neighbors,
Neighbors.
I'd
Okay,
rather have
so
him.
top four and Malik Neighbors. Top four Ohio State, JSN, Emeka Egbuka, Marvin Harrison Jr., and who would you say is the fourth?
Oh, you
Garrett
chose the
Wilson's got to be
wrong
up
ones.
there. Olave.
No, we're just doing top
Garrett
four.
Wilson.
Top four right now. So Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, he
Garrett
scored
Wilson's
another
down there
touchdown.
before Marvin Harrison for
Yeah,
sure.
but he scored another touchdown today. So yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
up there.
I know
Um,
Malik Neighbors is injured, but between the four and the four, I still think Ohio State's outproducing right now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And to look ahead in the future, Ohio State has two, if not the two best wide receivers between Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. And I think they're better than any LSU wide receiver right now.
this is true. This is true.
Wide receiver U, OSU.
Drops Mike.
It is a factory, that's for sure. That much I can't say. We're more consistent than any other school with producing great
Oh yeah,
receivers. Yes. So
yeah, that's outrageous.
yeah. All right, Dylan, what's the next game?
Yes, my rant is over. Carolina Panthers hosting the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins season is in shambles. They do play the Cleveland Browns in week 7, so that will be an interesting matchup to see if the Browns can come away with their second win against these
Hmm.
Dolphins. As the Carolina Panthers have gotten their second win of the season, they looked a lot better. And to the lad's point this afternoon, the announcers acted like every play was a 99-yard rushing touchdown. They had the Charlotte Hornets announcer commentating, and it was like every play was like a 3-point from the half court line.
Yeah,
Did he actually commentate this game?
Yeah, I sent you guys a video.
he did.
There's a link to Twitter, but every play it was like it was a 99-yard touchdown. It was crazy.
That's okay. That would make sense then.
Tua did have a 3-touchdown game, 256 yards, no interceptions, but Achane with only 16 rushing yards and 10 carries. Very, very
Yeah.
low. Waddle got in the end zone, Waller got in the end zone, and Achane got in the end zone receiving. But the story of the day was Rico Dowdle, 206 rushing yards with a touchdown.
Yeah.
Anybody who was smart enough to start them in fantasy got 30 points. I sat him because I started Rashad White, and Rashad White still got me 23 points.
Hmm.
But Rico Dowdle was a waiver wire claim of the week. If you got him, good for you. I picked him up last week with the intention of starting him, and he didn't do as well as Kenneth Gainwell did when he went off in London,
Hmm.
in Ireland. But Carolina comes away with the win. They're trying to make the division interesting in the NFC South, and the Dolphins just can't seem to figure it out.
No.
Trouble in paradise. Who's going to be fired first? Do we think that Gannon will get fired first from the Cardinals, or our friend down in Miami, Mr. McDaniel?
McDaniel.
McDaniel should get fired first. It will probably be Gannon though.
But Gannon hasn't had as much time. They're going to give him.
Yeah, but also I remember the lad brought this up before. Miami is known for not making mid-season firings, but
Changes. Yeah.
did that
Yeah.
about the Bears last year too, and Eberflus still got fired. So
Uh,
from someone that's always been kind of like a pocket Miami Dolphins fan,
hmm.
I want them to. It's time to move off McDaniel because
Yeah.
clearly he has no control over the locker room whatsoever.
No. And they've had a lot of injuries and a lot of publicity with the Tua Gate, with him having concussions and shit.
Their era is just over
It is.
for this team. I mean, they need to go ground zero and start over.
Yeah.
Because they tried pulling what the Rams did,
Yep.
and the problem with that is it either works out great like it did for the Rams, or you
Hmm.
end up like the Miami Dolphins and you fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
Not saying
Well,
it's anyone's fault in particular. It's
no. Hmm.
the luck of the roll, really.
Yeah. How do you think of Bryce Young's play today? Did you watch it
He
all?
started, so I watched the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Started the game horrible.
Yeah.
That interception early on. I'm pretty sure he had one that got called back as well.
He did.
Um, but I mean, as the game went on, he got much better. I was glad that he didn't get benched in
Hmm.
this game because I was starting to think pretty early on that he was going to end up getting benched.
Yeah.
Uh, but glad that didn't happen. They let him figure it out through the game. I still don't know if he's the answer there. I just think that they
Yeah.
need a
He's a
lot more
placeholder.
in general around him. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm starting to gain my faith back in Carolina again, and they're not going to be as good as I thought they were going to be, but
Hmm.
um, I think they could be a frisky team that
Yeah.
you can't have an off week against because they'll take advantage of it.
Oh, they'll exploit the hell out of it, and you're
Yeah.
going to pay the price. I did like to see, Jimmy Horn Jr. from Colorado.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, hey,
He got
if
some
you were to
action.
tell me week 5 of the NFL season that Shador would be riding the pine, Hunter down in Jacksonville's really not doing anything. Obviously, this is Jimmy Horn's first game, but he did pretty well for his, first game. I was like, it was nice to kind of see him get some pub,
Yeah.
get some
And he got
pitches,
two catches, 21 yards, and then he got two
two
rushes.
rushes for 10 yards. That's
Yeah.
serviceable. Is a 6th round pick, that's pretty damn good
Yeah.
for a Colorado guy that kind of got overlooked, with those other two guys as being the superstars. And it's like, hey, one's always on the injured reserve list. That and frickin' Jack Conklin for the Browns. It's like, oh, I could just close my eyes. Oh, Mike Hall from Ohio State, Shador,
Yeah.
Jack
Which
Conklin.
Conklin, did you guys mention that Conklin played today?
He did.
Yeah.
I was surprised about that. He didn't play very well.
Yeah.
So,
No.
um,
We got a Stevenson touchdown.
oh, he is good.
Patriots are back on top.
Are you sure he didn't fumble it?
Yeah.
Yeah, to confirm. But yeah, that
Stephon Diggs got them all the way down to the end zone.
Vulture.
Yep. He's at 81 receiving yards. He's having a little nice welcome or a homecoming game to
That's
Buffalo.
nice.
Oh, wow.
You guys ready to move on to the next game?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we talked a little bit about the Dolphins coach versus the Cardinals coach. So here we go. Cardinals take on the Tennessee Titans and lose in what I would call Cleveland Browns fashion.
Hmm.
The Cardinals lose 22-21, giving the Titans their first win of the season. Couple first wins this year or this week between Tennessee and the New Orleans Saints. Did you guys get to see the crazy fumble recovery touchdown in the end zone?
7
Oh,
players
yeah.
touched it. Yes.
Yeah. It was probably the most Madden glitch play I've ever seen in my life in real life.
If you,
Have you seen that one video? It was like this has got to be the craziest Madden clip ever, and it's
hmm
the guy doing like the worm on the field and then lands on the ball in the end zone and gets a touchdown. I think it was
Yeah.
the Green Bay Packers.
somebody put the thing out, it was like to the Yakety Sax song, like because it was like kicking it. It was like going this way, that way, this way, that way. And it's like that's crazy that no one. Usually they call the play dead immediately, but they just let it progress and it came into a tutty, and I was like, holy shit.
Turned into something awesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
oh yeah. A clip that everyone's gonna be talking about this week.
yeah. And in all honesty, I mean, Tennessee didn't really play all that great in this
No,
No.
game.
can't.
But they showed up when they needed to.
It was 21-6 at half, and then once again, another NFL team doesn't score in the second half, leaves the door open on the fourth quarter. They score 16 unanswered.
Well, and Arizona really screwed themselves. They were up 21-6, but then on their way to get their fourth touchdown, their running back fumbles it going into the end zone,
It was one of these, just
dropping
drops
the
it.
ball.
Yep.
Deshaun Jackson 101. How have players not learned to just wait to get rid of the ball? At some point, like at some point, this rule has because if you cross the goal line and you drop the ball, like how long do you have to wait to drop the ball when you cross the goal line? Like I get it. Deshaun
Hmm.
Jackson dropped it before he went in the end zone. And I get it if you're going into the end zone and on impact, you get
Hmm.
hit and you fumble it, or if you hit the
Yeah.
ground and the ball fumbles off the ground. But if you clearly have a touchdown in front of you and you step into the end zone and you let go of the ball, I don't understand why that's a fumble unless it was just simultaneous, but it looked like it was a touchdown to me.
I
He,
don't
I
think,
think
in my opinion, you should not let go of the ball until you see a
he
ref
crossed.
official go like this.
That's exactly right. Yep. And
Okay.
he dropped it at the 1 yard line. You know, you have to continue with the playing motion. It's just like when they call a fumble.
Yeah.
So sucks for that guy. He had a great run to do it too. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
that's a thing that perturbs me. But another thing is when a running back or a wide receiver look back, always look forward. You don't need to look back.
Yeah.
I hate how they do that.
Yeah, there's nothing behind you.
Nothing behind you. Everything is in front of you. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Anything
Well,
That
that
happens
matters is
all
in
too
front of you.
often too, and then they get caught from somebody that they shouldn't have got caught from.
Yeah, and right before I turned the game on, it looked like did Kyler Murray get hurt in this game?
it looked like he got concussed from a snap.
Really? I didn't
It
see
looked like
that.
he wasn't ready for the snap and the ball came and hit him in the head. And then he went straight down on the ground and was like looking around. So people were asking, did he get concussed off of a bad snap?
That's an NFL first.
Might have got flashbanged.
Yeah. CTE flashbang.
Yeah,
Ow, right
he's
to the face.
gonna start his cadence with double XP.
Double XP. Yep. Yeah,
Oh
he can't wait
man.
till season 7 comes out. But good win for Cam Ward. Everyone had high hopes. Tony Pollard, blast from the past, getting a tutty on 14 carries. It's just the Titans are so bad. How do you let that one slip away?
Yeah, you want to talk about blast from the past? I dropped Calvin Ridley this week.
Oh,
Of course, he
five
gets
catches,
100.
131 yards. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean a lot of 47 of those were off one pass,
Yeah.
but it was a clutch pass.
Hmm.
It literally dropped it right into the bucket for Ridley. Um, Cam Ward, he looks good, and the stats aren't going to show that at all because the players around him are not. Half of them should not be on an NFL team, in
Hmm.
my opinion.
They
But
still have a long way to go. I'm just looking at the scoring plays and the play drives. Their field goal kicker, 44 yarder, 51 yarder, 29 yarder.
well, their
So
kicker is worse than ours.
I know, but for them to only get down a certain amount of the field and you're having your kicker relying on that, that's pretty bad. And I'm looking just at the drives. The one, 4 plays, 1 yard, took 2 minutes and 14 minutes seconds off the clock to get a field goal.
Yeah.
I was so mad that Harrison didn't get the touchdown from that
Hmm.
43-yard pass to the goal line, and then for Michael Carter to sneak in and take that rushing touchdown.
Yeah, vultured.
Yeah. Um, you guys been underwhelmed with Trey McBride this year, or is it just because of the whole Cardinals vibe, like between him and Harrison? Like if they're in different teams, would they thrive? Because Trey
Eh,
McBride last year was like just about tight end one, and
Yeah.
we had such high hopes for Marvin Harrison coming out of college. But I can't tell if it's just because Kyler Murray sucks. Like what, if he did go down and Jacoby Brissett
Hmm.
came in for one play or one drive, but
Yeah.
would Brissett do any better with this offense? I mean, they've got some weapons.
And
I
you're
personally don't think so. I think McBride's played pretty solid.
yeah.
He's still tight end too,
Yeah.
technically, but. I think in this game alone, I mean, Tennessee's defense, no matter how bad their record was going into
Hmm.
today, and they were on a 10-game losing streak, their defense is still really good.
Yeah.
It's not a slouch defense whatsoever.
Hmm.
Kind of like the Browns, how, Browns have a good defense, but much we have a better defense than Tennessee, but we don't have an offense that can do anything.
Yeah, remember they scored 22 points so far. We haven't done that yet, so
Yeah. Yeah, don't
that's
remind
saying
me about
something.
that.
Right. All right. Let's move into the LA Chargers hosting the Washington Commanders, where the Commanders take a commanding leading and win 27-10. Chargers only get in the end zone once, and that was on a pass from Herbert to Lad McConkey. But
At the beginning of
Commanders
the game,
having a
too.
day with our friend Bill.
Yes.
111 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm sure Mr. Park was happy about that for
Yeah.
fantasy.
Very happy. Other than, unfortunately, he was on my bench.
Ah,
But,
that was
you know, good progress. I mean, it was nice to see him get majority of the carries for once.
Hmm.
Uh, it seems like they've just been adding more and more to his workload each week. So, looking at throwing him in the starting lineup this week, which I believe this upcoming week they are playing the Bears.
No,
So,
perfect. Perfect
coming off a
activated.
bye week too. So,
Yep.
Jaden
so
Daniels looked all right coming back. You know, I think he might still have a little ways to go, but he looked like he managed the game well.
yeah,
We
not
certainly weren't sure with this game who we thought was going to come out on top with the way the Chargers have been playing, but
Yeah, they started out super hot,
I
and
mean, yeah, it was 10-0 in the first quarter, I believe.
in the last two games they've just come out super cold
I
at
think
the
this
end of
was
the game. It's like th-
I
you
think
put up
this was
18 last week against the Giants, 10 this week. You're going to at the Dolphins. That's their only saving grace. But then, boom, you're Colts, Vikings, then Titans, but then Steelers, Jags.
yeah.
Their record should be a lot better than what it is, and it's not. So I think people are kind of calling the panic button on Harbaugh, but it's okay. I think they'll be fine. It's just they have a little rough skid. So
Right.
they win next week, they'll be 4-2. But then they'll be like, oh yeah, they lost to the Colts. Now they're 4-3, and then everything will they're gonna have a decent season. They're playing for that 500 ball, as some people would say.
Yeah.
Taking a page from the textbook of the other LA team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, Josh Allen just threw a pick. It's not looking good for them.
I was gonna say,
Um,
I have a gut feeling they're gonna lose this game.
a lot of people are saying it could happen.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say about the Commanders, Debo finally had his coming out game. I know he's had a couple games this year where he had a touchdown, and his last week was 72 yards and a touchdown, but he had 96 yards off of 11 receptions. I'm sorry, 8 receptions, 11 targets, and 1 touchdown. A lot of this is just because of the injuries in the wide receiver room. But if you're a Commanders fan, you got to feel good knowing that when McLaurin comes back and Noah Brown's back, you have
Hmm.
three really good receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Need to get him healthy though. Um,
For sure.
it's cool seeing McCaffrey get involved more. I mean, he only got one catch today, but it was a 50-yard
Wow. Yeah.
reception. Um, I think this team's not gonna, it's not gonna get as far as they did last year, but I think they have a chance to be frisky at least. They're gonna be like kind of like the Texans, where they'll win one playoff game and then kind of die off.
Yeah.
Well, it reminds me of even when Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl. I mean, they always flirted with that AFC Championship and Super Bowl the first couple of years. And
Hmm.
I mean, injury is a big deal, but it's definitely fallen off. And the Texans had their little playoff run his rookie year. And it seems to me that despite how well he played today, the Texans as a whole have taken some digression. I just hope to, that's not the case for Jane Daniels and the Commanders because I think the Commanders have a bright future ahead of them, much like the Texans did, a year
Hmm.
ago. So we'll see. I mean, looks like they got their running back in Bill. They've got full wide receiver room. Zach Ertz, I think, got hurt today. It didn't seem like he did anything unless he just didn't get any catches, but um, they got a full team. in the
Yeah.
Commanders.
Upside is huge on them.
Very tough division, though.
Yep.
Yeah,
We move
absolutely.
into the Cincinnati Bengals as they host the Detroit Lions, and Detroit Lions do what they do and they score points. At one point in the game, they were up 35-17, and at one point it was 28-3. Just two-headed monster of Sonic and Knuckles, both getting touchdowns.
Yep.
Laporta gets in the end zone again. Jamar Chase gets in twice. T. Higgins even gets in. Um, I noticed this today, Dave. Bob Gall dropped T. Higgins on fantasy
Saw
because
that.
he's not been doing anything. But I'm like, what an idiot! I'd rather take him than a Christian Kirk on my bench any day.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
BD prime time doing a rookie mistake.
something to keep watch there.
Yeah.
Not much to take from this game other than that the Cincinnati Bengals are in hell with Jake Browning. They scored some points in garbage time, but the Lions just do what the Lions do and they score points.
Yeah, came back in garbage time and almost, made it into a little something at
Made it
least
a little
because this
interesting, but
game
yeah,
wasn't
those
close at all for a
yeah.
long time.
Browning threw 3 interceptions, That's
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then threw three straight touchdowns.
yeah. I was gonna say you're not gonna see too many victories with doing a stat line like that.
Yeah,
Right.
I was honestly surprised to see that he wasn't leading the league in interceptions.
Yeah, because that's Gino, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's only one interception off, but
Oh yeah, he's got 8. That's
yeah,
disgusting.
yeah, that's
This
bad.
is
I,
so
I don't get
bad.
why he's playing so bad when he filled in the last time. I mean, he looked good.
And he's got weapons he can throw too. He's got Higgins, he's got Chase, he's got a bunch of different tight ends he can go to.
Yeah, I mean, Gesicki's still good. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jake
Gesicki's
Brown
good.
is good.
And that was the other thing. He should not be leading rushing. Chase Brown should be leading rusher. And
Right.
then and you're not going to win a game if that type of quarterback, especially when Chase Brown's way better. He's the running back.
Yeah, I feel bad for those who drafted Chase Brown in fantasy this year.
Yeah,
And
they've totally left him out to dry.
I'm glad that I didn't because I really, really wanted him. So
Yeah,
whoever picked in front of me in the second round in any of my leagues this year, thank you for taking him. Thank you.
You think Jake Harris, he'll be in the trade block.
yeah.
Yeah,
He'll
he'll
trade
he'll,
me
he'll be
for
offered
some.
for Puka Nacua straight up.
Yeah, oh yeah. He'll be asking me. Puka's only averaging like 36 points a week. Hey, but his upside's a lot. It's like, yeah, look at his stat line. He's only got 1 touchdown this whole season because they've mismanaged him
And
this
that was
whole
against the Cleveland
time.
Browns.
And
Yeah.
that was our weekly reminder to Jake Harris that he cannot have Puka.
Yes. Come back week 6 and we'll tell him again in a different way.
Okay, we move on to my favorite game of the day, the shootout, the thriller in Seattle. Seattle Seahawks host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And in Buccaneers fashion, for the fourth time this season, they won on a game-winning drive. The Buccaneers come on top 38-35. What a day from the boys all around. Seahawks with Sam Darnold and Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield, two former Carolina Panthers quarterbacks who went down a lonely road and found each other, and they left and haven't looked back since. There were no good old days in Carolina, according to Baker Mayfield. But I would say that the future is bright for both of them in their career as they both just had a battle today. It was a straight up duel. Sam Darnold, 341 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 379 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. The story of the day, though, was the wide receiver room.
Oh,
Wide
yes.
receiver U, OSU. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Emeka Egbuka were going toe to toe with who is the better receiver.
Punch
Smith and
for
Jigba.
punch,
Oh,
reception for reception.
it was just back to back. It was
Yeah,
amazing. And then imagine having them both on your roster for fantasy football. It was beautiful. It
I
was a
did.
win-win.
It was beautiful.
So Smith and Jigba, 8 receptions, 132 yards, and a touchdown. Our friend Emeka Egbuka, 7 receptions, 163 yards, and a touchdown. Um, Big story today, Rashad White filling in for Bucky. He had
Ugh.
2 rushing touchdowns. And AJ Barner with 2 TDs and Tony Horton with a touchdown for the Seahawks. Just came down to the end. It came down to who wanted it more. Buccaneers just found a way to win again. They are 4-1, and they are the team to beat in the NFC. I am telling you guys, they are the team to beat. The Philadelphia Eagles do not want to run into them again in the playoffs.
That's going to be a juggernaut of a game. And thank you, Rashad White. Thank you, Baker Mayfield, for taking the boys down the field. And thank God we covered because that's how Corgy goes 3-0 this week. I had two big plays, and I cashed with that final field goal to put it through the uprights. And that felt so good.
Yeah, that was a great win. Great to see the boys win that.
Profitable.
And I'll tell you what, that was the best uniform matchup I think I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
We had the creamsicle and we had the throwback Seahawks jerseys. Those Seahawks jerseys were my favorite.
They were sick, yeah.
They were my favorite growing up before I really got into the Buccaneers and the creamsicle jerseys.
I like the blue color with the silver helmet.
Silver,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
old
silver
Seahawk.
helmet really completes the
Mhm.
whole,
When I
set.
would play Madden '08 back in the day, I'd always change it to that to play with Hasselbeck and Sean Alexander.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
so freaking clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me
Real quick, talking about Seattle, since I have them in our competition, hence why I was rooting for Seattle in this game.
yeah.
Um, which I feel bad because I like the Buccaneers, but I feels like every week I've had some sort of stake against the Buccaneers, some way, somehow,
You and the lad are forming a contingent against the Tampa Bay.
unintentionally.
You guys have a
Unintentionally,
secret.
yes.
You're a secret team, Tampa Bay haters club, and it's starting to drive me guys. It's driving me nuts.
No, I mean I got Tampa Bay stuff. I got a hat.
I got
I
a
got a
hat
Doug Martin jersey in that closet over there.
collecting
See
dust.
this whole shelf right here. This whole shelf is just lined up with Bucks. We love the Bucks here.
But anyways, God damn it, stop letting Jalen Milrow on the field.
What was that
cut
all
him.
about? That was so dumb.
That was the
I
dumbest play I've ever seen in my life.
was Pete Carroll the head coach first. That I thought he had like. Why would you have him out there? Like that's
Well,
something
no,
Pete.
shit. I thought it was Steve Belichick running the offense out there.
Yeah. Oh
Is
my.
what was wrong? What was wrong with Darnold or running an option? I mean, they really.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's not only that they ran an option, it's why he would decide to pitch the ball when he's maybe 3 yards away from running out of bounds. Why would
Yeah.
he pitch it backwards to out of bounds? So it's like, oh, I can maybe lose a yard, maybe, get back to the line of scrimmage. No, let me throw it backwards.
hmm
And let me go ahead and just hit my running back, on his left shoulder pad.
Yep.
That
And
was
Jack
bad.
Harriman go off of his shoulder any which direction.
Yeah, that was horrible. That pissed me off when that happened because that made the game 13-0.
hmm
Or I was it 13-0? I think
Yes.
it
Yeah,
was
no,
already
13-0.
13-0.
Then Seattle finally scored. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was 13-0, and then they scored, unanswered points. Ooh, Stephon Diggs, he is a madman.
But just stupid plays like that, man.
I think they're the smartest guy in the room, and they're not. That's what happens all the time. That's Kevin Stefanski ball right there.
Yeah, how long until Stefanski's fired?
He'll be safe.
I just think I think they're getting close. You really think he's safe?
Yeah.
You think if he goes into the Tennessee Titans game 1-8,
Yeah.
They're going to keep him. Wow.
I do.
I mean, I
I
believe it.
I I unfortunately do.
I
You
believe
know,
it as
I
well,
don't
but
necessarily hate Stefanski, but
no, and I don't really think he is the problem, but
I hate Tommy Rees, whatever job that they were talking about him interviewing.
Hmm.
I hope he
yeah.
interviews the best interview of his fucking life because I want him out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Do you have a potential win against the Dolphins, the Raiders, and the Titans? Those are the only three that I see as
Yeah, I
potential. The
don't
other ones.
But you know, the
Oh, and
thing
the Jets. Excuse me, the Jets.
well in the
yeah,
Bengals. What about the Bengals?
Bengals.
They're at the end of the season. I'm talking about if they were going to get rid of them, you got to put a case together why you're going to get rid of them. If they're playing 500 ball, they're going to keep them. But
Boys, we have another Stevenson touchdown. It's now
Ooh,
20-10.
uh-oh, upset alert, upset alert.
12 minutes left. Hey, I mean, we saw Buffalo do this against Baltimore
Yeah.
week one this year, so I don't
Yeah.
put it past them. But
They want to
this
make
goes back to
Vegas
the
get a little
point.
squirrely and keep everything interesting. Yep,
Yeah, this goes
for
back to
sure.
the point where we talked about before, where Buffalo always plays up to their competition, not better than just par.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at the live line to see what it is to hop on them to win the damn thing.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that.
Yeah,
Plus,
10 points in 12 minutes. They could do it.
they're plus 255. $10 wins you 24, $5.
You're having a profitable day, so I might as well.
Yeah, sprinkle a little bit on there.
Yeah, I'll see it out.
Yeah.
That wraps it up though for week 5. We do have Monday Night Football tomorrow. We'll recap that one on Wednesday when we do the picks and previews for week 6. But at the moment, right now, it's Sunday Night Football. The Patriots are up 20-10. Stevenson has 2 touchdowns on the day, and Curtis Samuel has the other touchdown for the Bills. Excuse me. Stephon Diggs, though, 134 yards receiving on 9 catches.
Also
Electric.
on my bench right now.
I I had to I
Riding the
had to start
pine.
him. I started him over Addison in this league, and I'm
Mm.
so glad I did it.
Addison, that's the one thing that came good from the Browns losing today was I started Addison and I was getting pissed off.
Yeah,
Hmm.
And, him getting
garbage touchdown.
four,
Garbage
yeah,
touchdown helped you so much more than you ever thought. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I started him in my other league, so that helped. But certainly was more glad I played Stephon Diggs this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had both him and Bill on my bench.
Oof. Well, that's week 5 in the books, boys. We'll have the updated hold my bets standings on Wednesday when this game concludes and the Chiefs game concludes.
And get ready. There's going to be some nice action for next week for week 6. The 4:30 slate, the Sunday night game are going to be absolutely electric.
Yep.
We got
And
the 49ers and Buccaneers and the Lions and the Chiefs.
oh
Ooh.
yeah.
That's going to be very nice. And then we have another clunker. We got another 2 Monday night matchups, Bills versus Falcons and Bears versus Commanders.
Meh, at least
Luckily,
one
the
of them
games will be
sounds
over
fun.
by 10:30 because they're starting them early enough. But yeah, they're not
They
doing
make it interesting.
it will. But yeah, I'm just looking at the week ahead and it's like, yeah, there's a lot of clunkers on the 1 p.m. slate.
Well, just a little sneak preview for this hold my bets for anybody who's not following that closely. If the Chiefs don't win, I fall out of first place.
And who takes it in first place there, D-man?
Korg. So
Ooh.
at the moment, Korg is sitting in first place with 11 wins. So I need the Chiefs to do whatever they got to do to win with their Taylor Swift voodoo magic, and hopefully I can stand top and tied in first place because I can't
Did you
lose.
hear what Mahomes said? They're blaring the new album throughout Arrowhead.
Yeah, they're playing Wood because that's all about how big Travis Kelce is.
Mr. Cleveland Heights, yes.
9 inches, and that's week 5.
All right. If you guys
Peace.
enjoyed this, we'd really appreciate if you guys could subscribe down below, leave a like, comment whatever you want to see us do in the future. And until next time, we'll see you guys Thursday morning for Week 6 preview.
Let's go, baby.